And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Virtual Dance Nationals makes history. This is podcast episode number 4 of the High School Dance Championships Virtual Dance Nationals podcast. My name is Activate Arroyo. I am the event director, or was the event director. I'm using past tense now, as the event just happened last week. It went down over the course of 7 days, and from the looks of it, everyone had a great time. Thank you all so much for participating, those of you who were parts of dance teams, or if you were a coach or a director, or if you just observed from afar and you enjoyed the show. We saw tremendous talent in this live stream, which took place over 7 days, and it honestly turned into something much bigger than I thought it would be when I first came up with this idea. So thank you all again for being so accepting of this concept and for jumping in and making it a party, because by the end of the 7 days, while I was totally and utterly exhausted from producing the event myself, almost entirely by myself with just a little bit of assistance from a few other coaches and directors who helped on the back end, I was incredibly happy and very satisfied with the outcome, and I hope you all were too. I really don't know how else to thank everybody for believing in this project. For those of you who missed it, don't worry, I will be uploading the season finale, which just aired this past Sunday night, up to this YouTube channel so you can check it out. I hope it doesn't get copyrighted. If it does get copyrighted and they take it down, I'll upload it to a different website and I will host it on our own event website, hsdancechampionships.com. Aside from that, I thought there was so much celebration that was experienced from everybody that this experience showed us that a virtual national dance competition can actually work for the high school dance community. And I want to thank all of the sponsors that reached out to donate either messages of support or they donated giveaways or rewards. Dance Team Union, Miss Dance Drill Team USA, West Coast Elite Dance, all those events who wanted to let you all know that they cared, because I believe as a family, as a dance family, the community that we experience and that we enjoy goes much more beyond our own team and encompasses everybody in this nation and the world whose dance performances or dance life, #dance life, was affected by the coronavirus pandemic. Because things are changing and they're never going to be the same. They're not going to be 100% the way that they used to be. And while it hurts to say that out loud, I am incredibly enthusiastic and encouraged by the amount of outpouring of love and support that all teams, dancers, directors exemplified on social media during the 7-day live stream of Virtual Dance Nationals, because it shows us that we can unify behind a common cause and we can celebrate everyone. And again, while there was a competitive aspect to this event, as well as a showcase element, I know, some programs prefer to compete and don't really emphasize concert dance or a spring show at the end of the year, and vice versa. Some programs are more concert-based. Some programs use competition to prepare for their end of the year show. We all have something different that we focus on, and sometimes that focus changes from year to year, depending on the creative goals of each team, each dance program, the dance teachers, the dance coaches, the administrators at the school, what the school community needs. And I'm incredibly thankful that you all participated in this event and that you supported it wholeheartedly. And I've received nothing but positive feedback from dancers, coaches, parents even. And I'm incredibly, incredibly touched. I feel like I was using that word incredible all throughout the season finale this past Sunday, if you watched it. But that was the word that I could only come up with to describe not just the talent that we saw, but the overall outpouring of support that everybody seemed to embrace. And we made history by doing that, by coming together as a dance community. I'm very sure that many of you would have much rather competed at a real dance competition, maybe about an hour or so after the conclusion of the season finale. I went on to Instagram, our Instagram account at HS Dance Championships, and I uploaded a poll to the story basically asking everybody, hey, do you think we should do this again next year? And about 87% of the hundreds of people who voted expressed that, yes, we should do this again next year. And there were 13% that said no. And actually, many of them were dancers, and a few of them DM'd me to explain why they said no. But the question that I posed in the poll was, should we do this again next year? Didn't necessarily mean instead of a real competition, but how about at the end of competition season, after nationals have all occurred, after state championships have all occurred, the real thing, the real one, then everyone has their best videos and their best performances, and they can all submit their best work to Virtual Dance Nationals, and then we can end the season enjoying and sharing and supporting all of the programs across the country that maybe your program or your dance team never got to compete against. How about that? How's that for a cool idea? And some schools have great dance programs, but they're not allowed to travel out of state, or they don't have the funds to travel out of state. And so while certain states are allowed to travel because their dance programs aren't part of the athletics or they're more considered performing arts, that varies from state to state. Each state handles that differently, which is why when you go to national competitions, you don't see dance teams from certain states because they're not allowed to travel. And same thing for soloists. So this event essentially leveled the playing field and gave everybody an option. And what if this crazy little idea just keeps going and we do it again every year at the end of the real dance competition season? Just something to think about, guys. I'm not trying to keep this thing going if there is no life left in it. But if there is life, if there is love, if there is passion, if there is enthusiasm, then I'll keep it going. I had a great time doing this event, producing it. It was so much fun. Yes, it was very difficult doing it on my own, handling the technology, but I had all this free time. I wasn't working with my own dance program. I was still teaching my dance classes online through distance learning at the high school where I teach through Google Classroom. For those of you students who have begun using Google Classroom, or teachers or coaches, if you've been trying to run virtual tryouts through Google Classroom and stuff, you're learning what I've been working with for a while. But I think overall, this event has a place in our community. But what do you think? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Also, I did create a TikTok, and for those of you that tuned into the season finale, there were two teams that won some dance camp stuff from Dance Team Union, virtual dance camps that they'll be able to enjoy with the rest of their team. And that contest was run on our TikTok. If you want to follow us on TikTok, please do. It's under a different username. It's under @VirtualDanceNationals, which should be a little bit easier to remember than HS Dance Championships. I'm kind of torn right now. I'm not sure if I want to use Virtual Dance Nationals as kind of the idea or the brand for this event, or if I should just keep calling it HS Dance Championships, because there may be other things that we want to do with this idea that may not always be about a national competition. What if we want to offer virtual classes? Or I don't know, maybe this just turns into a podcast and I never do a Virtual Dance National competition again. Who knows? But for now, I'm going to keep the podcast going. So hopefully you're enjoying these little episodes. And if you're not, you can unsubscribe or just ignore them. I'm planning on maybe posting these 3 times a week. I'm trying to make it happen Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So be on the lookout. I'll be airing them on YouTube, on IGTV, and also through the podcasting on iTunes. You'll be able to find it soon. And otherwise, thank you all for the support. I'm so excited at what the future holds. And congratulations, because you were a part of history. We all made history with this event, and it would not have been as massive and as successful and as exciting as it turned out to be in the end if all those high schools did not sign up. Remember, we had 70 high schools from 9 US states. Many national dance competitions would kill for those numbers. But again, I just want to get back in the dance studio. I don't know about you. For now, I'm here to support you guys. I'm here to support coaches, directors, dancers, teachers, choreographers, judges, dance competition industry professionals such as event owners or coordinators. Let's use this forum to keep the conversation going and stay unified as a community. Thank you all so much. Have a great night.